This is not what I expected whatsoever, and I know a lot of people that probably wouldn't make that climb because of the steep stairs and whatever, but that is completely worth it. Look at this. Good morning guys, and welcome to Quito, Ecuador. I arrived here late last night, and you would have seen that in the last video where KLM took me completely by surprise to this part of the world, and I had no idea I was coming here. It is my first time in Ecuador and my first time in South America, which is insane. And I now have 4 days to explore and see the whole of the city, and we're starting right now with the National Vote Basilica, and I can't remember it in Spanish. Basilica Voto de Nacional. Let's go in. Whew. We can climb right to the top of this, so we are climbing the 10,000 steps to the top. It's not that many. Right guys, we just came up the Basilica, and check this out. This is the view from the second level, and you can kind of see how far that stretches. It goes, I just found out, 62 kilometers that way, all the way along this valley, and you can see loads of it from here. That's an epic view I didn't expect right now. Right, check this guys, this looks normal, and then if I tilt it up, I'm on top of the Basilica right now. We're walking along the roof, along these little wooden panels, and then in a second we're gonna climb right up to the top of the tower. Okay, next stage, I need to climb up this steep staircase to get to the top. This is more of an adventure than I expected from a basilica. Ooh. Okay, next stage, I'm heading up into the abyss. Right. Okay. Whew. Yep, it's a straight up shot. And in a second, I'm going to give you a pretty epic view, I think. First time you carry a red like that, I guess. Right, check this out guys. We just got to the top, and you have this full-on panoramic view all the way around. Look at that. This is not what I expected whatsoever, and I know a lot of people that probably wouldn't make that climb because of the steep stairs and whatever, but that is completely worth it. Look at this. Right guys, that is done, and on to the next spot. What a start. I'm in a local market right now, and we are trying lots of things. There's so many fruits here, I found out. There's like fruits I've never heard of and never tried, and this is one of them. I'm not sure of the name, but apparently it's related to passion fruit. Yeah, pretty solid.
This is papaya. This is the papaya from Highlands called babaco. This is the jam that was with our dessert. The fruit is poisonous, the fruit flower is poisonous, the potato flower, okay? But this is called tree tomato.
Perdón, this is
Tomate de árbol.
Tomato de árbol. This one looks kind of like tomato, has a name like tomato, but it's not tomato, so I'm going to try it. Wow, that's interesting. This is Claudia. Say hi to Claudia. And now I have to get to try it. It's good. It's something I tried last night, I think. Golden berry. That's strange. Golden berry, naranjilla, and tree tomato. Yeah, this is unlike any tuna I've ever had. Wow. Okay guys, I just had this traditional preparation with all of these, with this lady here helping me through. I got some plant cologne on my head. I've got nettle stings down here. Look at that, that looks pretty painful, but it's not that bad. That was really, really interesting. Something I've never tried before. Wow. Gracias. Have a look. Look at that, guys. Wow. Yeah, sure. you can't try that anywhere else in the world, right? So once in a lifetime experience. If you get the chance to try these things, try them. And sure, I've got loads of nettle stings all over me, but I'm not going to get another chance to try it, so why not? Have a look. Woo! Intense. David, can you explain what just happened to me?
With pleasure. So first of all, this is a ritual, ancient ritual from like 1300s here. That's the cleaning. Okay. So they have divided in 4 times the process. So they give you kind of a massage with different herbs.
Right.
The first is like to take off the strongest bad energy in you.
That's the one I felt. That was the nettles, right?
But the second is the nettle. So the nettle has to be inside you. So the stinging nettle plus other herbs around you, but she has to be a little bit rough at the beginning because she has to open your soul for the next part. That's the bitter herbs, and the last one with the rose petals.
Okay.
So take off the heaviest bad energy and then goes inside you and then takes you all the leftovers, and finally the roses, your body is open for the good energy.
Hey, at the end I felt good, but when she brought out the nettles, you didn't warn me about that.
Okay, so surprise, surprise, I hope that you enjoyed.
That's good. All right, that's good.
Okay.
All right, next up we've come to an ice cream shop that's famous here, and they have something like 2,000 flavors. They make ice cream daily and have different flavors every day. And I've just tried a couple of them, but like now I'm gonna show you some of the really interesting flavors. This is the alcohol section. So you have mojito, margarita, conquistador. I don't know what a lot of these other Spanish words are, but this is all the alcohol section. And we have blue cheese, banana and spinach, rice and strawberry, and I just want to try everything. Even diabetic ice cream. This is the life. You have no idea how good banana and spinach is. You wouldn't expect it. And also I wouldn't expect to be sat on a street in Ecuador eating banana and spinach ice cream. Life. You smoke me straight.
Watch out your shoulder, watch out your elbow. Don't
Sure, okay.
Open your eyes. 1, 2, 3.
Ah, it is very gold. Yeah, wow. Cool, it's very gold.
Welcome to the Gold Church, or Society of Jesus Church, by the Jesuits.
Yeah, very different to the one from this morning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah, we just came into a cathedral and we were walking through until we get to this point, restricted area, and it turns out this is where we're going. Okay, yeah, I know you guys can't see anything, but that's because it is literally pitch black. Wait, okay, now there's light. Whoa, even my bag's getting stuck. This is very, very small. This is cool. We're like way in the top of the cathedral right now, walking through some very dimly lit alleys. That's like I can squeeze. Yep. Okay, and we just about made it. We made it to this spot. Ah, it's bright. On top of the cathedral, look. I can't see a thing. So many good views today already. Everywhere we're getting, there's an epic view across Quito. We've just opened up on top of this main square. Look at that. Woo. You can see I'm squinting. I'm gonna need some sunglasses. Yeah, this is very cool. Like each point we're going to, we're getting a really good view over the city. And this is another place. I'm kind of walking around the top of the cathedral right now. This is another place where you wouldn't normally get access to. It's just because I'm lucky enough to be with the tourism board right now that we got to get up and get this sort of view. Look at that. Whew. Yeah, I'm loving Quito so far. I feel like this is still the first day and we've been running around doing so many things, but there's obviously still so much more to do in the next few days. This is very exciting. Right, next stop we're about to go into a chocolate factory, and here it is now.
Now we're very proud to see that we have the best chocolate around the world.
Okay.
Real chocolate.
Okay, I've just been taken through to the chocolate tasting room. Here's some samples. You see that? Yeah. And there's some more people coming in now, and they're gonna get me to taste some Ecuadorian chocolate. So now we're trying this one, right? Okay, we're trying this one, which is 75% cacao. Okay, you have to place it on your tongue, not bite, breathe out through your nose, and then back in through your nose to get the real taste. I'm chewing it. You're not meant to, but I'm chewing it so I can tell you. Yeah, it's got very different tastes. I'm trying 3 of them right now. We have a big selection, and it's very cool getting to try all these like Ecuador chocolates that are apparently the best in the world. Good morning again, guys. We are at the bottom of the TheLifeOfJord cable car, which takes us up to 4,000 meters. I've just been told by David, our guide, that the view up there is going to be pretty nuts. So already we've had some amazing views, but I'm quite excited about this, and this has also been recommended to me by other people. So this should be good. Okay guys, welcome to the top of the Teleferico. Check this out, guys. We're on the top right now, and you can see how huge Quito is, how far it stretches all the way along the valley. And this is just the south side. Once we go over the other side, we'll get the north side. Look, like, I'm pointing into the distance, but you can't even see how far it stretches. We're just on our way up the hill and found a llama and an alpaca. I'm not sure. Yeah, llama, alpaca. And very nice. Have a look, guys. There are these swings 4,000 meters up, looking out all the way across Quito. And of course, this is like the main photo spot. That's very cool. You can see that is one end of the city, all the way down that way to the other end of the city, all along the valley. It's a little bit cold. Epic views from up here, guys. It's like all along this ridge, and you can go on even a further hike right up to the top. Apparently it's 6 hours to the top, but we don't have that time because we've still got the next place to head to. How this video is going so far, I bet it's pretty hectic, but we are doing a lot in these few days. Now at the equator, and I have something around that to show you in a second, but first we've just been shown at the museum some real shrunken heads from one of the old tribes that live in the Amazon part of Ecuador. And yeah, like, fair warning before I show you this, it's graphic, but if you want to stick around then have a look. This really used to be a person. This apparently was a 65-year-old lady. I can't touch it, but let me give you, that's the size of my fist. So my fist is bigger. And have a look at the size of this. That's a sloth, and that's the size of my fist next to it. That's kind of jarring, right? That used to be a life, that used to be a person. 150 years ago, those were people, and now it's like that. Yeah, and this is a museum, so that's why you get to see it, the same as you get to see mummies and skeletons in other museums, but it's kind of so graphic to see all the actual facial features like that. Okay, so he's in the southern hemisphere and I am right now in the northern hemisphere. The equator is this line. David can be the equator. So,
He's
cool.
Ecuadorian, right?
Yeah, so south.
I'm south.
Yeah, so north, south.
North.
North?
South.
South. Right, you gotta do that. This is something I've always wanted to see. When you are at the equator, water doesn't go clockwise or anti-clockwise, but instead, it does this. Check it out. Okay.
Okay, so please pay attention and just look at the surface of the sink.
Yeah.
I have some leaves that you're clicking them falling straight down. Okay.
Okay, so we now have just moved slightly across to the south. We're now in southern hemisphere. There you go. Yep, north.
North.
There you go. Right, so I have a chance to balance an egg on top of a nail, which apparently is much easier here because the magnetism is stronger going straight down. And I don't know, let's see if I can do it.
Yeah, open your legs and be one with the egg.
One with the egg.
Be one with the egg.
There is no egg.
Yeah, everything is relative.
I'm not gonna be able to do this. No, I'm not gonna do it. Yes! Cool. Okay, eventually. That's so cool. Okay, it dropped, but you saw it. I got it. That was so interesting. The thing with the water going down is something I've always wanted to do. I saw it in a video somewhere before about how at the equator water just goes straight down, and now I just got to experience it in Ecuador, which I'm told is the true equator. As a highlight for sure, that was very, very cool. Where we just were is the real equator, which we proved through science. But this is the equator monument, which was or I think still is the official equator, but it was built in the 80s, and that one we went to was built in 2004, because that's when they found out that that was the real equator, which we scienced, so we know it's true. It's very windy, but this is also the equator. This is the other equator monument, not quite the precise one, but it's also the equator. Also, the equator's huge, so like, we're definitely still in the equator right now.
Clocked out, 10 till 2. Keep the traffic on the way down. Left off Malibu, burning daylight on the 101. I've been jumping over fences, breaking my back just to get off the ground. Think I'm running out of chances, beating love time just to slow it down.
Right, the final stop for this whirlwind trip is La Mica Lagoon, the bottom of the Antisana volcano. And after this we're heading to the airport, but it's been such a whirlwind and everything we've been doing has been fantastic. And we're finishing up with this scenery, which is completely different to everything else we've seen. What an end. We're back at the airport now and just about to go inside and board our flight. Look at this. This is the Quito sign here. And where I was blindfolded and got in the van was just there. So like literally if I'd seen anything, it would have given away where I was. But what a great surprise. Like 3 days exploring Quito, having this whole tour and itinerary that I've just shown you. It's been absolutely awesome and I know already that I'm for sure gonna be back. I've already started making some ideas anyway to come back to South America and Ecuador before the end of the year, so watch this space. But for right now, I'm going to do my very quick first impressions of Quito and first impressions of Ecuador. The first thing I want to say, because we just came from lunch, is the food I had no idea about, but it's been fantastic. Ecuadorian cuisine I haven't seen anywhere in the world, but every dish we've had here has actually been something kind of unique that I hadn't tasted anywhere else. And I've been very thoroughly impressed by that. I've been looking forward to lunch and dinner each day. Secondly, and like these are kind of things I tend to judge a country on, the people have been so friendly everywhere. Like, besides the fact that we're doing this, obviously we have cameras, also even without that, when we've just been out in the evening, everyone's been so friendly and helpful. And even though I don't speak very good Spanish yet, I'd like to learn more. Everyone doesn't mind taking their time to try and understand, or they'll speak in Spanish, you'll speak in English, and you'll figure it out. And it's only 3 days here, but that's what I've found anyway, and it's one reason that I'm definitely going to be back. The climate I'm loving in Quito, because like it's kind of cool. It's kind of like it's nice weather all the time. Apparently in the summer it does get a little bit hotter, but what else can I say? Oh my god. Oh yeah, right. It's just like a stream of words. The scenery as well. So we've seen, like, only 3 days, we've seen pretty different things throughout this video. Like, we started with the city in day 1, then we got up to the hills and the viewpoint around Quito with the clouds and the sunrise view. That was fantastic. And then today we got out into a bit of the highlands with the lagoon and the volcanoes with snow on top. And we didn't even touch on the jungle, which I've also been learning about. And then there's Galapagos, which I have to come back for. And yeah, there's just a lot to Ecuador that I didn't know so much about, and I'm very excited to come back and explore it next time. I'm gonna leave it there because that was a lot of words. See you guys in the next video. Thank you to KLM for setting this up. Thank you to Quito Tourism for taking us around. Thank you for watching, and this is my life.